Then we go here. Civil rights lawyer Ben Crump calls for expanding crisis response programs as police killings hit record high. Civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump is calling for expansion of crisis intervention programs as new data shows police killings hit record high of hit record highs in 2024, despite a national decline in violent crimes. Crump and Kenyon Bryant are pushing for a national crisis intervention models that divert mental health related 911 calls to trained professionals instead of police. I don't see how I mean, I don't know how you're going to implement that now these days. The police are about to get full immunity. It is crazy that you're calling the police for mental health crises, but everything is there's no way they can change this right now.
I mean, yeah, you look at what's already just happening right now, just how police officers are being. They are he's kind of they've closed down the whole database for like all policemen's like the negative records on from the the federal database of that. They've knocked all that down. They're not really. This isn't really, I think, a priority. Mental health to them is kind of like when they look at anything else, that they're just extra expenses. That's how they probably look at mental health. I think they'd rather not have to spend money on a mental health crisis hotline or someone who to be able to call for that. Why? They're looking at that as that's a form of DEI. That's what they probably call it.
They've tried to do it many years ago, but it's to no prevail. Because most of police officers, I don't know in some states, but like especially where I'm at, they're understaffed. They don't have
Yeah.
time for that. You'd have to have a whole new organization for that, and they still have to be police trained. Because someone having a mental break, usually, sometimes they got a gun, they got a knife, or they're acting crazy. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like you could taser them, but I mean, if the police show up, look, you acted crazy towards them, they're gonna shoot you. There are a lot of ex-military that were out overseas that were trained to kill people, and now they become police officers. And so
Hmm.
now it kind of makes sense why they're getting rid of all that database and all that stuff. It's not to kill us, all right? They've been killing us for years. Don't let anything fool you that they're gonna change their ways. That's for all the rest of y'all. When y'all start complaining and y'all want to take a stand and march in the streets and do something about it, they be like, I got you. Y'all didn't
Yeah, don't
recognize,
worry.
y'all didn't feel all them George Floyd ass whoopings they was giving y'all. Y'all want to save the black folks, we're gonna treat you like them.
I mean, that's absolutely. I mean, it's like, to me, I'm
Come here,
surprised
Toby and James.
that we don't already have these
Tobias and
type of
Jordan is
things
your new name.
already in place. I'm surprised that we don't have these things in place already, because these are two separate issues. Mental health and policing are just different issues. And they should not be handled by a person who is only really a hammer. Most police officers are really just hammers. They're
Yeah.
not, satin gloves. They're just there to, pound in, or they're not even there to resolve conflict. That's not what they're there for. They're there to arrest somebody, or to, what I mean, a
Can
lot
give
of
you a
them just
ticket
don't
and fine
have
you.
conflict resolution. Temperaments. So that's just not there. So there need to be, mental health, specialists on site when there is a mental,
Yeah.
because there've been a lot of people
Well, cop,
who's
you
gotten
know,
killed when they've called and said, "Hey, this is
yeah.
my child or whoever, my significant other is having a mental health ordeal." And this has been personal things that I've seen before in my personal life. Like where you're afraid to even, like, even though you need to, you're afraid to call these people because you know what they're about, and it's nothing good for me. I know nothing good could
Well, I mean,
come
the
out of it
cops
for
ain't
me.
got sometimes they do. I mean, I guess it depends on who
I
you're
don't
dealing
see it.
with.
Be
But I
real
mean,
with you.
like, they ain't got time to talk you down, bro. It's like, do it, follow my commands, do what I say, or yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what I'm
Shoot you,
saying? Shoot
do
you, do what
whatever
I got to
else.
do. Look,
Like,
and
it's
you
just.
got to realize, bro, the cop just left a call from an old lady that got sexually assaulted by a drug addict, meth addict, because he's looking for heroin stuff. He just came from a house where three kids were held hostage and being sexually assaulted in there. He just
Okay.
picked up two kids off the street that got hit by bikes. He just watched two murders go down. Now you got to come to your house and you don't want to follow instructions. He ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I
not
mean,
defending his actions. I'm just letting you know. Like people, you get pulled over by
it,
the police and you be mad as hell, but you don't. Some people don't realize what they have to do. The police take care of the underbody of our country. Yeah, there's a lot of them that go out. Some they be bored. They go out their way. They start harassing people, or whatever.
mhm.
But there's a lot of them that they became police officers to make a change, and they ain't got time for you not to listen to their commands. They got real things to do except for telling you to put your clothes on and stop dancing the prince in your yard butt ass naked because you keep seeing people from your past.
It seems like to me they know when to have the patience for certain people, and they tend not to have it for others. I've seen it on too many occasions
Yeah.
where I've seen them yell in the face of them, threaten them, call them all kind of names. You let a black, it's almost like they'll be damned to let a black person say it to them. But if this person who looks like them or looks like their cousin or uncle or auntie or whoever it is, they can understand them a little bit better.
Well, the
And
whole
that's
thing is
why I
like this:
believe in
if
we
you
need to police our own neighborhoods as well too. I
we do, and I
believe
was
that.
and I always, my bad to interrupt, but I always tell people like this: look, if you're doing something wrong and the police pull you over, hey, they caught you doing something wrong. But if you're black and you're not doing nothing wrong and they're just fucking with you, prepare to die. That's what they're coming to do. You know what I'm saying? So you can either end up on a T-shirt or end up on the news and a wanted list. How you want to live?
Absolutely, absolutely.